A very warm welcome back to the Lead2Xceed chat with me, Henry Baye. When we decided to take on the subject of loyalty, little did I know that it was going to be such an expansive topic. This is the fourth in the series. We have tackled the meaning of loyalty, what loyalty looks like for different generations of employees, and how loyalty relates to longevity. We have also looked at the difference between loyalty to individuals and loyalty to the organization's cause. In the last chat, we talked about the behaviors of loyal people. And you guessed right. In this chat, we will talk about how to recognize disloyal behaviors. If you have not yet watched the last 3 videos, please make it a point to check them out. I read the story of a leader in the histories of the Bible who had an employee who was working for him. This leader believed his output was voluntary, and he made it a point not to take any money from people he rendered certain services to. This employee, however, felt that his boss should have been taking money for the services. So anytime the boss rendered services which were classified as free, he had set up a parallel system where he would go behind and demand money from the clients. While this would be seen as fraudulent behavior, it was actually a display of deep disloyalty to the cause and the values of the person he worked for. Your guess is as good as mine. What happened when his boss found out? The question for today is, how do we recognize disloyal behaviors? I will discuss what I consider to be the top 5 disloyal behaviors for me. As I prepared for this chat, I looked up synonyms of the word disloyalty, and there were some striking words. These included unfaithful, false, inconstant, untrustworthy, treacherous, traitorous, subversive, seditious, unpatriotic, two-faced, double-dealing, double-crossing, deceitful, dissident, and many more. I have been observing disloyal behaviors in every sphere I have been in, and all the words I've just mentioned can be observed in disloyal people. Let me try and summarize what I consider to be my top 5 picks when it comes to disloyalty. To start with, disloyal people are not true at heart, and it shows. They put up 2 faces. They are one thing before you, and they are one thing when you are not around. They speak ill of their leaders and the organization's vision and values. In some instances, they say they are just cynical. However, a cynicism that prevents people from truly embracing the organization's purpose and support their leaders authentically to deliver the goals equates to disloyalty. Most of the time, they come up with the reasons why a thing cannot be done. Secondly, disloyal employees do not keep their disloyalty to themselves. They actually seek to bring other well-meaning employees with them. They mislead others by spreading rumors, many of which they have not checked and do not have the facts about, or just information that they have been privileged with. This is how disloyal people become subversive and seditious. They spread toxicity. When this happens, they create a force field of negative energy which reduces the velocity of every activity and effort. People thrive best when they are inspired. Disloyal people and leaders create an atmosphere within which people cannot be inspired but are expired. Thirdly, disloyal employees secretly celebrate when the organization or their bosses fail or experience difficulty. Loyalty celebrates success of what they are loyal to. Disloyalty, however, celebrates the failure of the organization, leader, or cause they are pretending to support. The strange paradox of disloyalty is that a disloyal person gets paid by an organization that they are happy to see fail, only so that they can say to everybody, "I told you so." Disloyal people also create platforms where relationships cannot be built and cemented. They separate people and enjoy it when there is division. That enables them to thrive and carry out their unproductive and disloyal acts. Sometimes they fuel such discordance and use other people to express it, whilst they behave as if they know nothing about it. Disloyal people tend to often have conflicts with authority. They always put themselves in a position where they look intelligent and full of different ideas. They like to be seen as wiser than their leaders, and by so doing, undermine their leaders. Many of the time, these ideas are just their way of remaining perpetually in conflict with what their leaders say or are committed to. Authentic people, however, seek for people to be cohesive and collaborate in ways that advance the goals of the organization. Disloyal people actually enjoy dysfunctional relationships, and they help to create it. Finally, very often, disloyal behavior is shown in conflicts of interest. Disloyal people tend to use information obtained from the organization for their personal use or for their personal purposes that could destroy the interest of the organization itself. They use work time to pursue their own interests and actually pretend they are working. Disloyal employees use sensitive information to create opportunities and advantages for themselves and find ways to hide it. Disloyal employees are always finding ways to cheat the organization by circumventing rules and policies for personal benefit. I am sure, as I point out these behaviors, you can identify some of these behaviors. Each of us must be committed to becoming ambassadors of loyalty and help to stamp out disloyal behavior. In my next chat, I will be addressing the important question of how to build loyalty in employees. But for now, remember, disloyalty saps a lot of energy, which otherwise could be directed into productive endeavor. Disloyalty creates toxicity and undermines authority and trust. Disloyalty creates a platform for destroying people and their careers. Disloyalty creates division and dysfunction. And disloyalty weakens the fabric of the organization and leaves it vulnerable. I have a personal principle that my first loyalty is to God, and then to the organization and my boss. My loyalty is rooted in purpose, and that makes a massive difference. I cannot work for someone I'm disloyal to. If the behavior and beliefs of a leader forces me into a space where I have to be double-faced with them, then it's time to quit. So as I bring this chat to a close, as always, do you have a leadership question that you would like answered? Have you heard anything in this video that has triggered a question on your mind? Is there any thought that you would like us to explore some more? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then shoot the question or suggestion at us via this channel or the email on your screen. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also hit the notification or bell button so that you'll be the first to know when we share new content. This has been me, Henry Baye, on the Lead2Xceed chat. Lead2Xceed, inspiring leaders, multiplying impact.